Alright everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be sharing the best cheese roll recipe there is out there. Hey everyone, what is going on? Welcome back to my channel. It's Vani here. Today I'll be sharing this long overdue cheese roll recipe with you guys. So if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon so you'll be notified every time I post a video. And also for those who are already subscribed or those who have me on Instagram, you guys know about the popular cheese rolls that I've been posting. So now continue to watch if you want to see the step-by-step recipe. But take a look at these bad boys. This is a little insight on the final product. As you can see, amazing texture of cheese rolls. They're fresh out of the oven, like golden, crispy, soft, and filled with cheese oozing out, as you can see. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video.
So first things first, you're gonna make the cheese filling. I'm using two different cheeses, Monterey Jack and pizza mozzarella today, but you can feel free to use whatever cheese that you want. I'm grating it and I'm using a total of 600 grams, which I find work best for the 30 cheese rolls. I'm also gonna add some yellow mustard and some mayonnaise because we need it to really stick together and create kind of a creamy filling. And that's just perfect. And we're also going to add some hot sauce, whatever pepper sauce that you have on hand, feel free to add it in. And of course you want to give that a good mix to make sure that it has enough of everything. And as we can see, we didn't have enough mayonnaise, so we added a little bit more and then combine that well. And of course, keep mixing properly so you'll know if it needs anything else. At this point, it was fine, so I'm just adding some green onions in there for some extra flavor. I'm big on my flavor, and it really adds like a next level taste to the cheese rolls, believe me. So moving on to the dough, these are the brands that I use. It's just some all-vegetarian vegetable shortening, all-purpose flour, and I can't believe it's not butter. I just like the taste of that butter. Now I'm using a food scale, so I'm gonna weigh off everything so I get the exact amount because my mom is helping me with this recipe, and you know, Guyanese people believe in eyeballing everything, so I had to make sure that I had it on the scale, and it came up to 928 grams of all-purpose flour. And then we added the vegetable shortening, we added 80 grams of that. I do not know why I did not record the part with the scale, but it was 80 grams to be exact. And of course, we added some butter because we need butter when you're making pastry, and 173 grams was perfect for this one. So according to my mom, when it comes to the kneading or the mixing of the dough, it's all about the fingers. You really have to like use your fingers in there, getting there, and just try to ensure that the butter and the shortening is mixed well with that flour, and it kind of has to create like a loosey effect, so it has to basically look like loose flour again. And then we're going to be adding in some ice cold water, and by ice cold water I mean like we added ice to ice cold water. And yeah, that's the final product, she said. That's how it has to look, and add your water a little bit at a time. It makes a difference when you add it a little bit at a time and just work the dough, just play with it, ensure that you don't add too much water, because if you add too much water then you're going to be damaging the dough, and it's not going to work. The texture is not going to be the same. And what she does is like she kind of takes out the set that's like perfect, and then she keeps adding water to the remaining in the bowl until they're all perfectly combined. That's her technique. As you can see, Crystal added a little bit too much water in there, but we were still fine in the end. So keep working the dough. Work it. It's gonna take a while, to be honest, to get the dough well, and then you just combine the two if you use my mom's technique like this video, and just combine until it's formed into a beautiful dough as such. And then my mom still wanted to hit the dough a little bit more before we put it into the fridge for a little bit. And after that, we just covered it in plastic wrap and we put it in the fridge for exactly 10 minutes. And then we spoke and we danced a little bit of soca in the meantime. and had a good time just thinking about the fact that we're gonna have cheese rolls in a bit. Now we're balling it off. My mother is she made exactly 30, so thank God. We actually didn't plan it, but yeah, now she's using a rolling pin, as you can see. Just roll it out, but you don't want to roll it out like too thin, because then the cheese it's not going to be proper. You want it to have a good layer, but also not too thick. So that's her adding the cheese. You can feel free to spread it out as much as you want. And then, of course, the nice folding and the traditional way of sealing it with the fork. And then, you know, poking some holes in the cheese roll so that it bakes through and through. I'm spraying a pan there, a non-stick pan with some coconut spray. And then I'm just going to layer them off. As my mom continues to make them off, I'm just looking at her, observing her, because she is the queen of pastries. Look at her roll. Look at that. Working fingers, y'all. And by the time we knew it, in about half an hour, she still wasn't done because she got on the phone. But look at that. You also want to add some egg yolk, beaten up some egg yolk there, and we're adding it as like a top. So I don't know, it cooks better on top, my mom says, with the pure egg yolk, not the entire egg, just the egg yolk. And then we're gonna put it into an oven, 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's gonna bake for approximately 30 minutes. Keep watching it though, your oven can be different.
Okay, so now the moment of truth. Who wants to do the honors? Mom? I think you should do the honor. Bite into one of these. Wow, okay, take a bite. How is it? Okay, okay. Wow. Every time. Crystal, going for yours. Oh my god. The texture of the dough, y'all. The cheese. Oh my god. Y'all gotta try this. Pew, pew, pew. It's cheese, bro. Pew, pew. No, honestly though.
It's so good.
That's a piece of bite. This piece of bite does no. Guys, you gotta try this. The dough is perfect. The amount of cheese is amazing. The taste of the cheese, because of the pepper, the mayo, the mustard. It's better than heaven in a mouth. Mom, where are you going? Come. Thanks to my mom, who was the pastry queen in her days. I was like Sandy and stuff. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to make the cheese roll.
Like the video.
And if you make this cheese roll, if enough people see this and you make it, well then, tag me on Instagram, because this is really my recipe. In the description below, you will have the recipe for the video. Take care, guys. Bye. Love y'all.